So it seems to me that season passes are kind of changing for fighting games. And I guess it's not entirely going to be entirely different, but it's going to be a little bit more, I guess, more, not really detailed per se, but also just a little, the format's going to be a little bit different than usual. So, what am I talking about, guys? Well, apparently season passes are going to be kind of changed, not just for fighting games, but it's going to be universally other games. It could be we could be like Call of Duty, fighting games, any genre you can think of, really. I am missing all those hell sweeps, Jesus Christ. So yeah, apparently there's going to be a change in the season passes. And so apparently from what I'm seeing here is that basically companies don't have to be detailed about of what we're getting in the season pass. So apparently we're not going to be fully known of what's going to be in the pass. Like they can just basically list what is actually going to be in the pass, just not the specific things. Like, let's put it as an example. So Steam now requires companies to be not too detailed, but at least give a little bit of information of like what's going to be in the season pass. Like, for example, in this case, a fighting game. So for Tekken, because Tekken does this, obviously we know that Tekken does not be too specific on what's the actual character, because they announce the characters, literally. We pretty much give our money before we even know what the characters are. But in this instance, with this new dynamic that's going on, apparently we're not going to know anyways. It's still going to be like a surprise. It's just they're just not going to list the actual characters' names. They're just going to tell us, oh, there's like a couple characters coming this at this specific time frame. There's going to be like 4 characters or something, a stage, battle pass or some shit. I'm just giving out an example here. But that's pretty much what's going to happen. I can just read it for you guys. Pretty much, season passes of a purchasable item of DLC with a promise of future content to be delivered to those customers, either as separate DLC releases or as additional content unlocked within the base game. To make this commitment, developers must describe each of the major content delivery dates and contents to the player by entering each date and content below. Use the general about this DLC section above to describe the season passes in general, while using the content delivery dates below to specific individual content releases. And when you are ready to tell players to have released content in the season pass, use the mark as released option below. Pretty much, if they don't have like a specific season pass, like if they're not ready to give like a date, then they shouldn't just release a pass, honestly. Now, here's another thing. They have no problem calling out bad practices. For example, if you're considering offering a season pass for your game, it's a good idea to think about whether there's a customer benefit to buying the pass in exchange for buying the season pass up front. A customer might benefit for a lower overall price on all the content or extra content thrown in for free. Without a benefit, customers won't have much incentive to purchase a season pass. So, well, no bad practices, eh? All right, I'll take it. Honestly, every gamer would be happy about that. Now, for games like Tekken, it is not required to list all the names of the characters that are coming in the season pass. It's like I said, they can just label it as, oh, there's going to be 5 characters or some shit, and then 3 stages this season or something like that. Basically, there's no commitment to what's the actual like characters that are coming. Just new characters in quotes. Now, what do I think of this? Honestly, I guess to a certain degree, we're not going to know, which I guess to a degree can be a good or bad thing. A good thing because, well, I guess everyone can be hyped. The hype can be real. But also a bad thing because, like, people will not know what the hell they're buying. You know what I mean? It's like, what? I'm not going to know, like, oh, if Anna Williams is coming out, I won't know until, like, midway of season 2. First, it was like, oh, we're no longer going to have hidden characters. No, we're gonna actually know what we're getting, because Street Fighter obviously tells us in advance, like at the very beginning, and so does Mortal Kombat. This is just a Tekken issue, really. This is just specifically for Tekken. And honestly, if we're gonna get characters, like we're gonna actually, obviously we're not gonna know exactly because they can still don't have to. They're not required to. All we're gonna really know is, oh, we're getting these. We're getting characters. That's it. That's all we're gonna get. That's all we're gonna know for sure. So I guess now in season passes, they kind of have to be a little bit more specific, I guess. But this is Bandai. This is Bandai, though. This is the thing. They're gonna try to like kind of, what's the word? They're gonna try to kind of work their way around this, to be honest. And I can probably see that happening. Not gonna lie. But I don't know. I really don't know, to be honest. I hope for the best for the future. I wonder how this will turn out. But I don't want to spread any false truths here. All I know for sure is that this is kind of not changing as we thought it would, because apparently it was supposed to be a, oh, we're gonna finally know what's in the season pass. But I guess now that they don't have to be required for that, all right, I guess that kind of made people not want to. Actually, they kind of want to know what's in the past. But I guess, all right, fuck it, I guess. But yeah, what do you guys think about this situation? What do you guys think about this? Oh, we're actually gonna know. We're gonna have a specific list of characters, but not the names. We're still not gonna know what they are, and the stages. What do you guys think about this? Now, I also want to add something a little bit more to this. So I'm looking at the season pass guidelines right now, and it says right here, when a season pass is made available for purchase on Steam, it must include the following: a complete list of all DLC characters included in the pass. And that, of course, can be a listing of each of the 4 characters in the pass. So that's pretty obvious. Now, another option here is a basic description of the content that's included in each DLC, for example. The first content release might be something, I guess. It could be like an expansion, you know, in this case for fighting games, it could be a new stage, it could be a story expansion, shit like that. Like how they did it with Heihachi. They can do something like that. That can make it a lot better, to be honest. The information, though, like I said, it comes back to what I was saying earlier. They don't have to list exactly what's in the... it doesn't have to be exactly detailed. They could just simply put like, oh, new character, possibly new stage, story expansion and shit. It don't have to be too detailed. Obviously, an expected release date for each DLC, like quarter around the year. Obviously, like maybe a specific time frame would be nice. I guess like if it was to be released, let's say it's November right now, so let's say something like a new character's coming out. I don't know. In this case, the final DLC character, since we don't know who it is still, it's coming out winter. It's still winter 2024, so I'm assuming like it should come out in December. I'm assuming it's winter 2024 anyway at this point, because anything is possible now. But let's say a new pass is coming out. It's coming out spring. They should probably put it like as March or April or some shit like that. That'd probably be an idea. So yeah. A season pass must include at least one release DLC when it is made available for purchase, with the exception of season passes included in a pre-purchase of a deluxe edition and I guess ultimate edition. So bottom line is what I'm trying to say here is like I said, we don't know who's going to be in the actual pass, to be honest. Well, we're just going to know an exact list of shit. Okay, to close this video off, I just want to say that, look, regardless of how things turn out of this whole season pass situation, I can definitely see that I know it's not really going to be you know, I know everyone's not going to be happy about it, you know. Like, we're still going to not be knowing what we know in the past. But to look on the bright side, at least we will have hype events. Like, at least, like, places like Evo, Combo Breaker, CEOs and shit. obviously those places they will remain as hype. You know what I mean? They will at least provide hype. So that's the only good thing I see of this. And obviously we won't know what character it's going to be. We can take as many guesses as we can possibly can. And this is just obviously for Tekken. This ain't like Street Fighter or even Mortal Kombat for that matter. They don't even do stuff like this. And I don't know, man. But I will admit, you know, I guess it's to be a little bit user friendly, but I guess it's to avoid the whole situation that happened with the Gamanji stage. So I think we'll take it as is. Anyway, I do want to know what you guys think of this situation. You know, as I said before, like, what do you guys think of this whole new season pass guidelines that doesn't just affect fighting games, but obviously it affects every other game, to be honest. What do you guys think of it? Do you guys think it's a good idea? Maybe so, maybe not. Leave a comment down below. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace, y'all.